We have Bonsai have a sense of humor. Right?
Look at that.
Again, work in progress. I just started this one.
Ficus cutting in it, eh?
No, this is ugly ginseng root.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. There's a ginseng.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how to hide that? So, I like the, what they call green man.
I wonder if the root will mold itself to the inside of the plastic.
Well, either
and
that's going to
break it apart
someday.
someday.
It's going to crack it or something. But
and you'll have it.
I'm going to give it like Pose of the Clown. I mean, the Afro look.
Okay. Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, that's the plan. Here's what some people are.
Japanese maple of some sort.
The Sojo. Is it the Sojo?
I told Jay when we were looking at Conan Nursery, he's just making those names up. There's all these weird names of Japanese maples. They come up with all these new species and
there's 400 varieties.
strains.
But this is like, I think, the smaller version of the Sojo.
Okay.
I think that's what she means.
Oh, beautiful leaf shape, isn't it?
This is the one that is red in spring.
Okay.
Greenish now and goes red again in fall.
In fall, like a bright scarlet red kind of.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
Highly sought after, aren't they? Yeah.
And I believe this one doesn't have a graft on it.
Wow.
You can't tell if there's graft or not.
No, I can't see anything.
And this was repotted this year. I got it when it was about 6 feet tall.
Oh, really?
So about 3-4 years ago.
That's had a bit of a reduction.
Yeah, the major chops. And still waiting for it to heal. I'm not quite sure where the front is.
Yeah.
But I've been trying this air layer for like 3 years.
Okay.
And not successful.
No. But it's still alive though, right?
Yeah, but it heals itself over. And
I see.
I mean, wherever the comments might be, I did air layer some plants before.
Yeah.
But for some reason, this one's giving me the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I know Zen, he does a lot of maple air layering, and he had a lot of variation, like same technique.
Yeah.
You're on the same tree, and some make it, some don't, and it's very...
Well, I'm not sure if this is really its own rootstock or not.
Yeah.
Because I had the cuttings of the Sojo on their own rootstock. And they are much more sensitive to temperature.
Okay.
This one I overwintered in garage. This has been repotted second time since the initial repotting from the nursery stock.
I see.
And I was very happy with the development of roots.
Yeah.
And Nigel and roots.
Oh yeah, roots are important.
So I actually took a picture of it because originally the roots were like here.
Oh wow.
And then when I repotted, I noticed the roots are actually right around the base of a tree. So it was positive.
Do you have this on a turntable?
Yes.
That's nice. Eh?
Makes it easier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some of the bigger trees I did manage to do this.
It's a good idea, so you can rotate them in the sun and work on them.
Water one hand,
Yeah. Water
Do you
one
recognize
side.
this plant? I don't know if I can pronounce it properly. Labrador tea.
Oh yeah. David had one at the show.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, his was very impressive.
Yeah.
This is one of those common
shrubs.
shrubs.
Quite a bit.
Shrubs that grow in a native forest.
It's one that
boreal
I've never
forest.
seen.
Really? Oh, his was quite cascading, beautiful.
Yeah.
But native plant.
Beautiful.
It has quite interesting flowers.
Oh wow.
The flower kind of white kind of balls of flower, and I think it might be what they call tea. I don't know. I never inquired about it. I think you can make tea out of the.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, there must be some reason it either looks like a tea plant or.
Look at there's no wiring down here.
Wow.
This is naturally formed, spreading, and
I've never seen one in nature. Not.
My wife and I.
I haven't noticed one, I should say.
Maybe the more further north.
Okay, maybe yeah.
Oh, there is the friend again.
Oh, there goes the squirrel. We're like those dogs in Up.
Yeah.
Squirrel!
Oh, if my dog was here, oh my God, it would have been just a commotion there. Yeah, so we watched this show on Discovery Channel, History Channel, Alone.
Yeah.
And there were rough housing, people surviving, rough conditions.
Mm-hmm.
And this grew everywhere there. There's
really?
Saskatchewan boreal forest.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, look.
Well, I got to keep my eyes open next time I'm walking through the forest or when I'm up north.
It's a nursery.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
But I thought, I like the...
And white flowers on it?
It's not extremely showy, but it's nice.
Yeah. If you look closely, you'll see beautiful
I love
flowers.
those little guys, the little stone crops.
They get the little flowers.
Yeah, I think they're spent now, but...
Are they yellow on this one? Or?
I think they were pink, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
But I just love the texture of it,
Yeah.
beauty miniature.
I know.
And I think the pot kind of reflects it.
Yeah, that's nice.
So, yeah, speaking of natives,
Okay.
this is still work in progress, but it's one of those wild hazels.
Okay, yeah.
And this will get almost competing with, well, not quite, but they're beautiful leaves in the fall. They're reddish outlines, greenish,
okay.
different shades. It's quite spectacular.
Oh.
And flowers on it are like a white balls in springtime.
Really?
And look, I got some self-seeded maples. I don't know where they came from, but they're free.
Wow, that's all right.
You know how you were talking about your nightshade?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, here we go. Look at that.
It's just...
You got lots of berries on it?
Yeah, and flowers, you know.
Some people in the comments, they said it's the stoplight tree. Stoplight vine, because it gets the yellow, orange, and red.
But you know, I find that they don't like to be worked on.
No.
I had a bigger one. It's somewhere in a compost heap. But if you just let them grow, they kind of seem to happy and grow anywhere. Look at this concrete pot.
Yeah.
So
yes, they're not the best for
like
bonsai,
yeah.
but...
And I have some, there's oak, yamadori.
Okay. Oh, wow.
There's a chunker of bird's nest.
Holy.
Yeah.
That is a big, chunky trunk on it.
Yeah, first year from repotting, so I'm just going to give a corner
Wow.
lot.
Did you spot that in a nursery?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you went, wow.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa. You know, because of that, when you in nursery, all you see is the mushroom,
Yeah.
green mushroom in a trunk.
Yeah.
You go, oh, that's a trunk.
That is a trunk. Wow.
Unfortunately,
For that
the top
height.
didn't quite turn out the way I was hoping.
It'll get there, though.
But yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. So last spring it was half yellow, so it's like
Okay, so it's making
I didn't
progress.
repot the first year. I repot the second year
Okay, yeah.
from the nursery stock.
Very nice.
So there you go. I think there's my other Blowie, and I believe that
Okay.
those plants were similar age and maybe came from the same workshop.
Yeah, they look very similar, don't
This
they?
thing seems to be more feminine.
Yeah. But yeah, very, very similar in
But
height.
it was much wider.
Do you think they were ever part of a forest or anything, or no?
They were two different people.
Just okay. I see.
But the beauty of it, I don't know if it's beauty or not, but like look at the
Oh yeah,
deadwood that has aged.
yeah, yeah. It's starting to crack, and
It looks like old Mother Willow.
it does. Very, very tight foliage, isn't it?
Takes some work, but it's rewarding.
Look at that. Yeah, that's the beauty of a tree. That one, holy. Very, very nice.
And well, there's a bigger version of that one, but they're not related. But this is air layer of mother tree. It's the
Amur maple.
Amur maple. That's
Yeah,
right.
okay.
You know how they're known for the root base.
Yes. Ooh, look at
It would
that.
be better if it was watered, but you know they developed this striking root base,
Yeah. Wow.
and they heal the wounds quite well.
Yeah. Wow, that's an amazing tree.
And this is not that old. If that was 10 years old, I'd be surprised.
Is that right? Wow.
But you know, see the issues with the foliage.
Here's the big
The wasps
mother, right?
love. Well, they're not the same. But
Oh, okay,
I had
okay.
a previous Amur maple.
I see, I
that was
see.
mother, and the mother did not make it.
Okay, okay.
See, there's another large rooted one, and I had to put in a recovery pot
Okay.
because
Wow,
see the
look
top.
at the roots.
Yeah, the top is not doing very well. See.
I see. It's lost a bit of
Yeah,
vigor
and
up
it has
top.
a bit of
eh?
a crack here. See,
Okay.
and it goes way up.
I see.
So I don't know what caused this. You think it's the cold weather, but they're hardy plants.
Yes.
So I give this here just free roam here, no trimming, nothing.
Yes, let it gain vigor, eh?
Yeah, because it's way leggy. I'm hoping that. See, there's nothing.
So this
Yeah.
is the only live branch on this
Yeah,
trunk, is
yeah.
it?
And this originally had 5 trunks,
I see.
and when I purchased it, 2 of them were already dead.
I see.
So. But
Well, the only thing I could think is that maybe half the trunk is alive and
Mm-hmm.
this part's dead, and it's cracking, splitting where the
yeah,
the live joints are dead. Yeah.
And I don't know what to do with it. Just chop it down. I mean, I have growth here now.
You've got a good branch here, don't you? That you could, worst case scenario, take over as the leader. You'll have a big scar there, though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's one already here too.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe 1 or 2 years of, recovery growth.
Yeah,
Your
let
chin
it grow, see what happens.
Put
Yeah,
some peat moss in it.
exactly.
Little sphagnum moss.
Let it grow and see what happens.
Don't
eh?
you love the native
Oh
ferns?
yeah, beautiful. That's why I defoliated mine. This,
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah.
And it came back really nice.
There you go. They're just happy little plants.
Yeah,
And the little fronds, when they start growing, they go curved up.
they're
Like a-
beautiful.
Like a little violin.
Yeah.
See, there is my Japanese maple. That's the oldest one in my possession.
Oh, wow.
It's not your spectacular palmatum. Because I was thinking it's palmatum, but I don't think it's palmatum. It has 7.
Yeah, and it's got sort of the rounded lobes, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's kind of rough texture. I think it's more related to the moon maple.
That's what I was thinking. It looks
Yeah.
kind of like Connor's moon
Yeah.
maple, but it's
And the moon maples,
the
I
moon
love them,
maples.
but they're very difficult to keep happy.
Okay.
See, look, this one has seeds every year like crazy.
Oh
Look at
yeah.
that. And I'm thinking maybe some of them actually seeded themselves.
Oh cool.
I'm not sure for sure,
Yeah.
but this was grafted, you can see. And it kind of has this very
So this will be like regular Japanese maple, do you think?
But
or,
it's from the seed, so I don't
or
know.
blood good or seed?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Right.
know
It's
about
from the
yours,
seed from this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But this is
It's not a
grafted.
yeah. I was
And,
thinking it was a sucker from the
this-
root base, but
The problem is that it has very long, extended, root
yeah.
growth. And it's kind of coarse,
Yes.
but it's healthy, like a strong plant.
Yeah.
And it grows crimson red in fall.
Oh, nice.
So, you gotta
Well,
give and
sometimes you just got to enjoy plants for what they are.
take. And like as I said, like this is between the palmatum and bloodgood. I mean, and the full
The
moon.
moon, yeah.
But I had full moon. Every time you trim them, the whole branch dies.
Okay.
Yeah, bad news.
Okay.
I had autumn moon, I think it was called.
Yeah.
It was just gorgeous coloring, like this orange and yellow and green in the
Yeah.
fall.
Yeah.
It's such a gorgeous, graceful plant as well.
Yeah.
Didn't do very well in pot. I put in front. I don't have it anymore.
Okay.
Again, very lengthy growth,
Yeah.
and they tend to be larger scale
I see.
because they leaf alone. But,
Yeah.
check this guy out.
Wow.
Air layer. I mean,
Really?
I had to air layer this guy because he, like when I opened the pot from nursery, I had 2 distinctive layers of roots. So I'm like, which
I
one is
love the
healthy?
structure of it. It's
It heals
fantastic.
itself pretty well, but it's too thick. The growth is too thick now.
You think so?
But it's a dwarf, one of those celebrated ones, if I remember the name. I'm sure Mike Russo will tell you.
Yeah.
It's one of those distinctive foliage in the springtime. They're like 3
Yeah. It's,
foliage colors. Maybe this one
really
shows
nice. It kind of looks kind of like marijuana, doesn't it?
you. Not quite, but yeah.
Oh,
they-
I see.
Yeah, they have distinctive.
I
three-
know the
three
one you
colors.
mean. We saw
Yeah.
those at Conan's nursery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this was nursery, but not Collins. But like again, it was. I put it like the style of the
Yeah.
colanders, and you can see where. See, there's a root here.
There's
Look.
a
See, there's a root
colander
right here.
and a colander.
Yeah.
And a colander.
Japanese do triple, so I had to.
Okay. I always have to have 3.
Well, I found the 3 different sizes that match each other quite well, so I'm like, why not? Let's go with that.
Wow. Well, if it doesn't grow well in there,
Well, roots seem
It
to
never
go
will.
through. See?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
But here they don't, so let's see. It's an experiment,
Yeah.
Growing bonsai is an experiment.
But
all
you
the
can
time.
feel bumps.
Yeah, so they might be air trimming themselves.
Yeah, I
so
think they are.
just coarseness of the media.
Yeah. Wow.
And I love the hostas, so
Oh, yeah.
the little tiny ones.
Look at that. Yeah. Nice. And they flower, don't they?
Oh yeah, they just did. Spend
Purple-
just for the show.
purple flowers?
Yeah, remember
Yeah.
they were in the show.
Really? Wow.
And here's our native Trundle aspen.
Okay, yeah.
And I had the rhododendron number on the second trunk,
Okay.
but luckily I have
Something survived.
something growing from the bottom. Yeah.
These are cool. I like the way
Oh,
they
yeah.
tremble in
Sure.
the wind.
And they do have see like
Yeah.
yeah, they respond to the wind.
They kind of flip
Bugs
flop.
like them too. See all the wasps.
Oh, yeah. The
Leaf miners, whatever they call. No, not miners.
leaf cutters.
Yeah. So they did number a number of my trees this year. But see the bark is nice and smooth.
Yeah.
I wired it since it was like this thick. I have to wire this.
Okay.
kind, just to kind of give it the same echo.
Same movement, yeah,
Mother
yeah.
and daughter plant
Very cool.
and handmade pot.
Yeah, I've got a few poplars on the go and some of these.
Well, why not? Experiment what do you have, you know? And here's my
Oh, wow.
water penging, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I thought I got rid of all this wort stuff. But it's like losing bottle, tweezers and all.
Liverwort, I know.
Oh yeah.
I know, I hate it.
But you know, believe it or not, this is about 13, 14 years old.
Really? Wow.
And I'm kind of surprised I kept them alive. The dwarf spruces, I guess, I don't know if the Alberta spruce or not.
Okay. Now, have the roots reached down to the bottom, or no? They're just
sort
fed
of
by
in a pocket here, and I put the
Okay.
moss around it to kind of keep them moist.
it sort
it's
of draws the moisture
Yeah,
up,
and
eh?
it's always in the water.
Wicks it up, I guess
Yeah.
is the word.
But you know, winter care is quite challenging.
Yes, I can imagine.
It goes in the ground
Yeah. Okay.
in the corner,
Yeah,
but you have to put like this cloth to kind of keep it all together, and
I see.
yeah. But they're hardy enough that they survive the winter. So.
Well, they're doing well, eh?
Well, they're not the really convincing trees yet, but they're alive, so it counts.
Very
for
cool.
something.
Oh, I like it. It's really nice.
And it's man-made rock, I think. I got it from an aquarium store, actually.
Okay.
And see, it's like some kind of concrete sort of
Okay.
textured.
Is it heavy or?
It's not as heavy as granite, but
Okay,
there's not as light as the feather rock.
It's not going to blow away in the wind, eh?
No. Actually, this year I had to move the whole thing and put it by the door because birds or squirrels are diving and taking all the
Oh.
moss off it. So if you see the little green stuff on it, I had to regrow my moss.
Okay.
Put threads on it too.
Really? Oh, yeah.
It was just bold. I'm like, what happened here? I just see mess. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, they just stripped it,
They
eh?
were putting in a nest, I guess.
Yeah. Ah.
And see, there's not a native here. It's a cranberry, I believe.
Okay.
Look how nice the foliage is.
It is. It's beautiful leaf shape.
Yeah. Although, you know, it was from seed.
Mm-hmm.
I just walked behind my house and
Wow.
and look, this is a native grass of some kind too.
I think. Oh, that's a native one, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice.
I mean, isn't it, you know, like we always
Vibrant.
oohing, gowing, you know, over
Yeah, exotic species of grasses
and then
that.
we overlook that stuff is under our feet.
Just go for a walk and
Yeah.
find it a little tough.
See, and like this is the results of growing up trees over.
Over gravel.
Yeah.
eh? Wow.
And this is what I call like marijuana maple.
Yeah.
This is so dense. I actually had to go and see and remove all the inner growth,
Okay.
like because it's so dense,
Just
You
sprouts
cannot-
out
yeah.
everywhere, eh?
and it's just like a mop.
Yeah.
And look how tight the growth is on it
Oh, yeah.
compared to the other one.
Yeah, compared to that.
And this was also air layered.
Wow.
It was
And do you know
for the-
what kind of maple this one is, or?
You know, when you go for the end of the season sales,
It's a Japanese maple.
Black Friday,
Yeah.
you don't ask questions.
No.
You just grab one
Grab and-
run, and you
Yeah.
have to come in pairs. One holds the buggy and one search for the
Okay,
plant.
okay.
So,
It's a maple.
yeah.
It's cool. I like it.
And it's very brilliant green in the springtime.
Oh, nice.
Foliage in fall, not so much. A lot of times I don't get spectacular foliage.
Okay.
I don't really defoliate them like some people do.
Right. So you don't get the
Just in
vibrant
the
colors.
growth stage, you know, development stage. So
Yeah.
the red ones always show.
Yeah.
But those ones, hit and miss.
Yeah.
Depends on the weather too. If you don't get them 0 to -2 for like a couple of days, you get hard frost. They just go brown and fall off. So
Well, I find a lot of my maples by fall, the leaves look so decrepit that it doesn't matter if they get spectacular colors on them; they still look crappy.
see, I had at one point this was set up for like a shade cloth,
Okay. Yeah.
but then I find no real difference either.
Okay.
And
Worth a try.
yeah, and over here, I believe to be tiger bark
Yeah.
ficus,
Tiger bark ficus.
but I believe it's a dwarf variety of microcarpa, and possibly Taiwan.
I see.
There's different varieties, Golden Gate, and
Do the leaves get bigger than
No.
this? No. Wow.
I had it for 2 or 3 years, and the leaves
Yeah.
never got bigger than that.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's a charmer.
Yeah.
There's still years.
It's getting a nice rough bark on it too.
Yeah,
isn't it?
and you know the other one was so smooth,
Yeah.
and you can definitely see the tiger in this one.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see all the
Yeah.
striping and that.
Yeah, so
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice. Like a Tony Aster, is it?
No.
No.
This is actually Celex.
Select
I
some.
believe it's called Himalayan Willow.
Okay. Okay.
and has the
Himalayan
most
willow.
precious little tiny pussy willows in the springtime. They're not much
Okay.
bigger than a bud here.
Okay.
They're just, and the silver, just like, see, like here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see. Sometimes they have flowers in the middle of the season too. But the thing is that it's like Himalayan willow. You think it's hardy,
Yeah.
but I keep losing the top structure. The
Okay.
trunk survives,
Yeah.
and I already had a rather well-developed plant. If you see a silhouette of it a number of
Okay.
years ago, it was a rather convincing little tree.
Yeah.
And I keep losing the top every winter, and I overwinter in garage.
Ah.
So maybe it's Mediterranean variety, which is kind of hard to keep.
Yes.
Well, it's alive, but it's like Groundhog Day. I keep replaying the same part of the movie. Yeah, it's a fun plant. You know,
Yeah.
easy to root, and
Yeah.
like I said,
That's cool.
little charmer. Connor has one of those guys. Give me a cutting.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I have one too.
Well,
Maybe.
check this out.
Mulberry, I would guess.
Yeah, but is there a small leaf mulberry, or they always go that size?
The one I have is in a pot. It was just wild in our backyard, and it has leaves about this size.
Okay, good.
But the ones in the ground, they're huge.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
So
if
maybe
this is-
it's just pot cultivation in a pot.
Well,
that's-
I came from our senior member in a club. She unfortunately passed away,
okay.
and we were selling off the donated trees.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a bit of a different shape back then. Had a lot of straight grow, like just a straight
I
sticks.
see. Yeah.
So I raised it up a bit, and
Yeah.
look how pretty the bark is.
Oh yeah. Wow. Beautiful reddish tan colors and a
Yeah,
rusty
especially
color.
when it's wet, and I have evidence of Irish moss.
Oh yeah, I hate that
Enemies.
stuff. That I'd rather Irish moss than liverwort though.
Oh, so you know, like I was impressed with the hollow trunk,
Yeah.
and the fact that when I removed the growth was just a few sticks here.
Looks
So
really healthy.
yeah,
It's-
so it kind of developed itself quite well, and
it looks better than mine. Mine's kind of yellowish.
really, well, I talked to it.
Yeah, maybe
Well,
I
you
gotta
your
talk to
plants
mine.
too, right?
I don't know. I curse at them sometimes.
Well, there you go. I'm not sure. It just seemed to, like, you know, it's still ways to go, but it's rather abstract. That's
Actually-
the best way to say it, I guess.
Actually, I don't think I ever curse at my plants.
There you go. Yeah, I cannot see. Yeah, I just
No,
do
I
that.
don't.
And, you know,
It looks good. I like that mulberry. That's wonderful.
yeah.
And this, what is
Oh,
this?
just annual.
Just a little-
But I was attracted by color. How
Yeah.
bright red it is.
That's nice, and the pot matches it nicely.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nice.
My experiments.
Wow.
And there's, speaking of experiments,
Yeah,
always like the rocks and things going
that's a
on.
cool rock.
And you know, those hen chickens, they're just
Yeah.
wonderful. Although I wish filled more, but I think it's more,
Well,
more,
give it some time.
yeah, more, like, you know, there's another, more candidates for that type
Oh,
of
yeah,
treatment.
look at that. Wow.
And again, I think they're man-made,
Okay.
but they're weathered outside and all that, so.
It's from a pet food, like
Yeah,
a pet store?
Big owls.
Okay, big house.
I mean, they sell a pound, so sometimes this gets
Yeah.
rather fast.
Oh, that's cool.
And this is all like seedlings and club sales.
Stuff, okay. Work in progress, eh?
Well, I have to get rid of this. I can't put them back in the house.
okay.
Because, you know, the cuttings become like more,
Yes.
more
They get bigger.
Success, you victim your own success when you start
Yes. Yeah.
getting crowded out.
Look at that.
Well, look at this. This is petrified wood,
Oh, wow. Amazing.
isn't it? Yeah, look how heavy
Oh,
it is.
yeah. Oh, yeah. That's not wood anymore.
Yeah, and you know, people polish this to high, like almost like an
Oh,
agate.
really? Really?
And see, look, you can see grain here.
Oh, yeah. Look at
See
that.
where the wood cells were displayed with silica or something.
Maybe it's a prehistoric bonsai.
Oh yeah,
One
there you
time.
go. Maybe some plants actually. I noticed that some plants actually like to grow on a rock. See, look at this. Burnt davy.
Okay.
See, this one is growing with one of those aquarium woods, the mopami wood.
Okay.
And for some reason, I noticed when they're growing with the wood, they don't grow as well as if you have them on a rock.
Oh, okay.
Like the couple examples of them growing on rocks, they
Yeah.
seem to do
Seem to do better on the
Yeah.
rocks, eh?
So I don't know if it's wood acidifying the soil or something?
I'm thinking the reason is that the rocks, they stay cool in the morning and water condenses on them. And then it probably gets a bit of water or moisture from the rock.
Perhaps, just like
Have
pines do, right?
you seen how they sweat rocks in the morning? Like they cool down overnight and then the day warms up and the water condenses on the cool rocks. And
Cool. It's like condensation then.
Yeah.
Mm.
Kind of keeps
See,
them
like,
moist.
There's another one. On the
I'm just, and maybe the cooler temperatures too.
See.
Oh wow,
I'm going on the wood.
that's wild. That's like a root bridge kind of.
Well, it's my initial.
Okay,
last name.
yeah.
It's supposed to be letter K.
Well, you've got it.
But, it's sort of not producing the results I wanted to.
Almost looks like a fairy tale. The Hobbit or something would live in there.
See this Mopami wood again. This is like a rather rut-resistant wood, aquarium wood.
Yeah.
And I was hoping to, get some more top growth. For some reason, I'm not getting top growth on those. Anyway, a lot of, weeds. But it's called, you better listen to me now. Oh, squirrel again. Yeah, another
Squirrel.
fun plant, although it's not very fast growing, let's just say. It's yew.
Mm-hmm. A rather mature looking one.
Yeah, this one was way over 8 feet when I acquired it.
Really?
So, like I said, end of the year sale.
Yeah.
Here's me loading a 30-gallon pot.
Oh my goodness.
Of the car with the chain, with the saw, cutting tree in half.
Oh no.
And people looking at you kind of funny.
Yeah. What'd you buy the
Why
tree
the
for?
big tree if you cut it in half to put in your car? No,
Just
never
tell
mind,
them-
it's just bonsai in the future.
Just tell them I'm going to glue the top back on when I get home. Didn't fit in the car.
Yeah, the nursery used those straight and dead straight, but this one was the most like taper and all that, and
Yeah.
there's a bit of movement to it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a.
See,
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful tree.
and the beauty of it is that
It's
it
got
likes
nice,
shade.
nice taper.
Thank you.
Good taper, doesn't it?
And
It likes the shade, eh?
It actually likes the shade. This is
It's a nice green.
the place where it grows. In the
I
shade.
see. Yeah.
Boxwoods and yews prefer shade.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd never put this one in a bright light,
Yeah.
but it grows.
It'd probably get all yellowy, wouldn't it?
Perhaps, but see, it has a nice.
And it's dense.
Yeah, and it's a girl. She's got fruit,
Okay.
but it's a poisonous plant, so I kind of keep it away from
Yeah.
pets.
Yeah. I've heard that the flesh of the berry isn't poisonous, but the seeds are.
So don't.
So don't eat the seeds. Don't eat anything.
Yeah, but it's a fun plant, and it's been very sparse. So
Yeah.
last 10, 12 years, I've been trying to
Okay.
push it up, and it's slow work, but
Yeah.
I think it's rewarding.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's looking good.
I mean, it's one of the
Looks like a giant of the forest.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not complaining.
Nope.
And
looks-
actually, over winter is the same spot. As
Really, right
I
there,
don't
eh?
dare yet. It's just
Wow.
I remove all the plants and the hardier, larger trees that go under the bench.
Mhm.
And I just take the top down and put on the side like a
Okay.
windbreak.
Yeah.
And I throw a bit of an old big canvas that I have,
Yeah.
and they overwinter right on the ground.
Oh,
But
nice.
because this is west side, there's no light.
Okay, so
and
they
winter protection.
they
like-
don't freeze and thaw or
No,
anything.
they do.
Oh, they
But
do.
They
Okay.
don't get the sun.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Freeze and thaw. If the sun directly hits them, that's a bad thing. In the
Yes.
winter.
Yeah.
But my outdoor trees, most of the hardy ones, are stored outside.
I see.
don't put them in a house like you do.
Yeah.
The tender, deciduous trees like Japanese maples,
Yeah. Where do you do the?
I put them in the garage.
Okay, in the
Off
garage.
the ground,
Yeah.
down tables.
And what's the coldest temperature you would see in your garage?
Like when I have to go get the shovel to shovel the snow,
Yeah.
the doors open and they get air from outside.
Okay,
So there's no issue.
I see.
The only ones like hardy. Well, this is
Oh.
Wisteria that I keep in the garage. Just I don't want to crack the pot.
That is the largest trunk wisteria I think I've ever seen.
Well, it's been growing in my neighborhood for probably 25 years.
Wow.
And my neighbor got tired of it,
Yeah.
so asked me if I want it. So I'm like, yep.
Sure. Beautiful texture on the trunk, isn't it?
It's interesting. See, and this turns around as well.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's on a turntable.
Yeah, it's a bit of a chunker.
Oh wow.
And
Very, very cool.
for about 5 years in the pot, it flowered for me last
Okay.
year. It's blue flower.
Blue, really? Wow.
So,
And like the hanging flowers must have looked good, did it?
well, I only had a couple flowers, so
Okay.
I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
But according to Mr. Valanis and other sources that I read, you fertilize the crap out of them,
I see.
and they like standing in water.
Sitting in
summertime.
water. Okay.
So,
And
the willow.
how long has it been since it was collected? This one.
I like to think about 4 or 5 years.
Okay, so it's still young in this pot, eh?
Yeah, but apparently they also like to be pot bound.
Okay. To
And
flower.
When I collected, it was on a stilt like this, how the roots grew like this, and the root actually was here.
Oh
Everything
wow.
was nothing. It was just a trunk.
I see. So it's a big
So
cutting almost.
It was, yeah, it was like, oh my. I have pictures of this. I'm gonna have to dig it up because I also have a lot of ugly kind of straight sticks,
Yeah.
and still it looks like an ugly duckling because big body and gooseneck.
That'll fix itself
but
eventually.
it's been filling in quite nicely over a few years.
Yeah,
There was reverse taper on it and was much taller and
I see.
it grows like a weed.
Yeah.
When a barbecue goes into my barbecue.
Right over there,
yeah,
right?
it extends.
Wow.
So, yeah, so they're a lot of fun, I would say.
Yeah, it looks that's an awesome one.
I just give it a haircut so you can actually see the trunk. A couple of days ago it was just a big umbrella mushroom.
And I hear you've got to grow them tall enough so when the flowers hang down, they don't hit the bench.
That's the
and that.
plan. One day.
Yeah,
And I'm not sure if it's Chinese or Japanese because
I see.
turn and how many leaves they have.
I
And
see.
Maybe Peter Chen will give me advice.
Yeah.
But yeah, depends on how they the core the growth it kind of
I see.
corkscrews,
Okay.
but also amount of leaves. I believe this is the Japanese one
Okay.
because they're hardier than Chinese actually.
I see.
I hope. But well, they've been in our
Interesting.
backyard, like
Yeah.
neighbor's backyard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah, I was
here's
like, yeah, that's nice.
an oak here.
Yes, it's an oak. It's our Yamadori oak.
Wow. That's a good looking oak.
It's
That's
not
not
on
on a turntable.
Not on a turntable.
Wow. Is that ever nice, eh? Look at the
I'm starting
bark
to
on
develop a real love for the oaks.
it. Yeah. Look at the bark on them.
This is some oak plant.
And is this like a white oak, do you think? Or do you know what kind
you know,
it
the
is?
plant finder
Yeah.
app told me that's bur oak,
Bur oak.
but
It probably is, because I think they get the rough bark like this.
yeah. Well, there's another oak here, and I'm not sure what the oak is. This one.
That one, I'm guessing, is white oak or scarlet oak, or
I have
I
no
don't
clue.
know.
But you know, last
Sharp,
year
sharp.
didn't grow any, and this year just look at it, just shut up
Oh
like
yeah, wow,
that. Excuse me.
that's cool.
Maybe it's even maple. Who knows?
Yeah,
But again, I like the beech trees, and
yeah, yeah.
I tried to convince it to buck bud, but as you can see, it was not very successful. Maybe next year.
Yeah.
This is blue beech.
You got lots of cuttings down here
Yeah.
going, don't you?
Ito Igalas. And this is Kingsville boxwood, one of
Okay,
those bloody
little-
slowest growers.
Yeah.
This probably is 10 years old,
Oh my goodness.
so that gives you perspective.
Yeah.
And it was cutting from mother plant, and mother plant unfortunately met its end,
Okay.
but the baby survived, and look at that. And that thing is probably half the age of the other one I showed you earlier.
Slow growing.
Yeah, and a bunch of my cuttings,
Little-
blowies.
Lovely.
So you know, you kind
Yeah,
of
nice little cutting, isn't it?
yeah, you kind of stick them in the ground, give it wire, and see what happens. And one day go, oh, I need something,
Mm-hmm.
and there you go.
Cool.
So here's my. To be honest, I don't know what kind of species of willow this is. But
Okay.
This is oak. It's European willow. I'll call
Okay.
it.
Okay.
But the distinctive feature of it is that silvery bark.
Yeah. It's is that like a wax coating on
Oh,
it or something?
Or you know, like the grape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Natural yeast.
Well, the Manitoba maple gets that, and they said it's a defense against dehydrating the plant or something. That
Maybe.
I think that's what it said.
Well, there were cuttings,
Yeah.
2 separate trunks, and I thought, let's see what happens if I stick them together.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of growing opposite way, and see what happens if they actually fuse or not.
It's sitting in a bowl of water too, eh?
Yeah, this one's thirsty as well.
Yeah.
And the more water it gets, the longer it grows. As I can see, they have like a brownish,
Yeah.
pretty nice bark.
Really quite colorful, aren't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
So
Cool.
it has really pretty pussy willows in the springtime. This is the
Okay.
classic
Nice.
pussy willow.
Yeah.
Not like our version of pussy willow.
Yes.
This is a beautiful silvery one.
Oh, nice.
So I'm hoping that this, as you can see, is natural weeping habit.
Yes.
So I'm hoping that it's going to get a little bit taller, and then it
Weep,
just
eh?
weeps.
Oh,
And I'm
wow.
hoping that it's going to get more finer definition of the
Yeah.
foliage. So yeah.
Very cool.